Guys, let's talk about Uniswap real quick, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin, the Fear and Greed Index, and what's going to be, taking place this week on the economic calendar and interest rates. So, anyways, as you can see here, guys, let me draw this, and so you can see it, a little bit better. We did make a low here. Now you can see that this next low is just slightly higher. Now it's not much higher, not really impressive. But you can see that we got rejected by this trend line here. And this trend line has extended for quite a while, guys. We've looked at Uniswap not too long ago, but you can see basically since beginning of March, we just have this downward trend. Now we got rejected quite a bit here in May and June, and even looks like almost 1st of July. It looks like we almost touched that. I would say it's close enough. And then we did get rejected here in August. So we do have a lot of rejections on this trend line, and we do need to break this trend line once and for all. Now, we are getting quite a surge today. As you can see, this is, a bullish engulfing candle. Basically, it's taking out the previous 5 days of trading, which is good, but still far from, being out of the woods, as I like to say. Now the next, target is basically, like I said, breaking this trend line. If we were to deal with that today, it'd be about $6.43. Now I don't think we're going to get there in the next 4 hours, but maybe tomorrow we can get up here, and that'll probably have to be dealt with. Let's say about $6.38, and yeah, we have only about 20-25 cents to get there. Once we break that, we do have a daily resistance here at about $6.55, and then we have to take out 720. Now, if we can take out 720, we can pretty much take out the whole month of August, and that'll be a little bit bullish, but I would say to get really bullish on Uniswap, to really break above about $8.60 would be, in my opinion, bullish. That would take out much of the trading where we've been for the majority of, I think, the past like 2 or 3 years. So yeah, about $8.60 would be a target that I would be looking for to really get bullish. But Uniswap isn't looking too bad. I know it doesn't look great at $6.14. It feels like it's been down here forever, but it's making higher lows and getting a bullish engulfing candle on the daily right now, and we're not far from breaking this trend line. So once we get significantly above this trend line, which I would say would have to be probably about a dollar or two over this trend line, then probably we can be confident that we've broken this trend line. So, but in June you did see a break, and it did surge up about $1.50. So that's what I'm saying. It needs to go up probably a couple of bucks above this line and really hold it for a significant amount of time. You can see that we did not spend a lot of time above this trend line. It was only a few days. So anyways, that's what I'm looking for with Uniswap right now. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I have added a few more lines in here, basically daily resistances, and you can see that this line I did add here at about 58,400 or so, and right now we are just above this line. You can see there have been a lot of touches on this line, and it has served as support mainly since August began. Now we did break through it here, you can see, but mostly it has served as support. But anyways, guys, right now we're getting back above it. You can see that this trend line that I've drawn has served as support the past couple of days. And we did fall under the Fibonacci yesterday, but we bounced off this trend line, and I would like to see this go higher, but in the next 4 hours I don't think we're going to touch 59,000, unfortunately, to make this a bullish engulfing candle. But if we can stay in this Fibonacci, keep above this trend line, and get above this daily resistance, that would be good. That's a start, but we are trending right along this trend line where we've been for quite a while, and I would say that's not really good, guys. You can see that this trend line goes back all the way to February, and we bounced off it once. We fell through it, but we did get a bounce. And then we bounced off it here, and I hope we're going to get that bounce now. If we were to go up to the top side of this, this trend line up here, this flag, this bull flag basically that we've made, we would have to deal with it at about $66,800. So we're not going to get there today. That's $8,000 or so above us. And, we do need to bounce off this trend line and this Fibonacci right now. We got to start making our way up here to this trend line. And you can see that this trend line has basically rejected us almost every month. Basically in March, we started, that's where we had our high. We got rejected in April, we got rejected in May, we got rejected in June, we got rejected in July. We didn't make it up to the trend line in August. We were quite close, but we didn't quite make it. So we'll see if September brings, another nice bounce where we get up to the trend line, and we're going to have to break it, guys. I mean, we're at a point now where it's very important. We have to break it, or we risk really falling back really far. And I think a lot of people are looking at the fear and greed index, and a lot of people are in fear right now. So me personally, I'm not in fear, but I know the urgency of what we have to do. So, and right now Bitcoin is failing to get above this trend line. So that's just a very bearish thing to see, where we've been here for about 6 months. And, okay, you can say it's consolidation and it's a huge, bull flag, but, we've been rejected so many times on this trend line. It's not good, So I'm not panicked yet. We could technically remain in this pattern for still a little bit more time. But, basically by the end of the year, if we haven't broken it, that's going to be probably pretty bearish. I think we're going to, probably go down further, maybe somewhere around this little, consolidation here if we don't break it to the upside. So we're probably going to go somewhere to about $40,000 to $45,000, unfortunately. So now let's talk about the economic data for this week. Basically, today was a holiday in America. Tomorrow, we do have some minor numbers with this PMI of manufacturing and employment and things. Wednesday, we do have JOLTS job openings, and we do have factory orders. Imports, exports could be something. But basically, JOLTS job openings is most important on Wednesday. Thursday is a little bit bigger. Thursday, you do have more manufacturing numbers, PMI. We do have S&P Global Composite and Services, non-farm productivity, initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims. We have ADP non-farm employment change. So it's quite a day on Thursday. And Friday, we have non-farm payrolls, private non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate. We do have a couple of speakers. So we do have a little bit going on Friday too. Both Thursday and Friday are very important though. Now talking about the CME and the interest rate cuts, let's take a quick look at this. Right now, the numbers have gone down slightly, but it's still basically 2/3 believing in a 1/4 point cut. And we have about 1/3 believing in a 1/2 point cut still. So if we take a look at January, basically people are expecting that we're going to be between 4 to 4.25, which would mean probably we have to have a 1/2 point cut along the way, whether that's September, November, or December, or even January. I'm in the camp that says 25, 25, 25. And January, I think if we get anything, it would be a 1/4 point. and maybe even a skip and reevaluate for March. Now, March, people even believe we're going to be further down, but I think this is a little bit too far out right now to really consider. But anyways, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, but like I said, Uniswap still not looking too bad. We just need to break this trend line, and we need to get a couple of bucks above it and really stick it for more than a few days, as you saw over here. So anyways, that's what Bitcoin and Uniswap look like right now. Bitcoin, is in dire need of, an upside move. We do have to break that trend line to the upside, and that's the most important thing right now. And basically keeping this trend line down here, keeping this Fibonacci, breaking through this daily resistance, and then, pushing through a lot of these other resistances along the way. So anyways, guys, that's what I got for you. If you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.